right, good morning, Dinner on a Dime. I am Misty and I am here with another video for you today. If you are brand new to the channel, welcome. I do a lot of content on how to save money in the grocery store, how to meal plan, how to grocery budget, all of those fun things, and do them in a way that is positive, where they're not like mentally draining or financially draining, right? And so I hope you'll stick around. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, all of that fun stuff. It does not cost you anything, but it does help me out to help push out my content to more people, right? And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Today's video, again, got my notes down here, is going to be 10 quick kitchen wins. So sometimes when we're feeling deflated, overwhelmed, defeated, we just need a quick win. That's how I feel anyways. I feel like if I have a quick win in the day or in the week, it just helps lift my spirits. It helps me refocus on what it is I'm trying to accomplish. It helps me to feel better about the process. And so we're going to go over quick wins, and I broke them down into 5 categories. So there's going to be 2 quick wins for each of the 5 categories, and they all have to do, you know, with our favorite topic of groceries and cooking and meal planning and all of those kind of fun things. So I hope you will find some value in these. So first we're going to talk about meal planning and meal prepping. So the first win here, quick win, is plan only dinners. A lot of people get really overwhelmed and bogged down in trying to plan breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, the whole works. Don't do that to yourself. Just start simple. Start with dinners and don't try to plan for every night here, okay? Plan for like 5 nights a week. Leave yourself a leftovers night, leave yourself an unplanned night so that you can experiment if you want to. Maybe that's the night you do takeout. Maybe that's the night that plans just changed on you, and so you're gonna have to swap some things around on your meal plan. But let breakfast and lunch handle themselves for right now. Take the quick win, take the easy win of only planning your dinners, okay? So number 2 is stop planning for the weekends. Well, why? Because a lot of people, if you usually eat out on the weekends, then why are you planning for the weekend? Because you already know you're not going to follow that plan. Perhaps you're someone who likes to improvise, right? And so not planning for the weekend opens up the gate for you to improvise meals on those days. Maybe you're someone like me that you like to go to the grocery store and see what you can find in the clearance section, and then you like to play with that for a meal. Don't over plan your weekends, because your weekends are like your only free time, right? Also, so I don't want to spend all of my time on my free days in the kitchen, right? Now, sometimes I do. I like to bulk prep sometimes on the weekends, but that's only when I feel up to it. And so that's not something that I would routinely schedule in to my day. So for your quick wins for your meal plan or your meal prep, plan only dinners and don't plan for the weekends. Let those be your undecided day, your fun day to improvise, your day to use leftovers, okay? Next, we're gonna go to grocery shopping. So the first one for grocery shopping is build a master grocery shopping list and then use that on your shopping trips. So look at like the base items that your house cannot function without, right? I bet you can narrow it down to like the top 10 to 20 ingredients that your household needs in order to run successfully. And then you can build out a master shopping list for only those items. You can check only the items that you need for that visit to the grocery store and just continue to use that list so that you're focused on what it is you're doing for that particular area of your life. And this can be life-changing for a lot of people. If they just start focusing on the things that they use all the time, then it's not so overwhelming. All right, the next one is buy frozen veggies. Why? I've told you not to buy pre-prep, pre-processed, right? Well, it offers a fast option, and sometimes we need that fast option in order to get things done. It offers portion control, where we don't have veggies that are sitting around going bad because we didn't use all of them. And they're pre-washed, pre-chopped, all of the good stuff. And so you don't have to worry about doing any of that work. Sorry, I'm gonna get a sip of coffee. All right. So if you do that, you have cut the amount of time it takes to prep You've cut the amount of time it takes to just get it done, and you have greater portion control. The rest of it can go back in the freezer. You don't have to worry about it going bad. It's a great win. It's a quick win. Okay. So for grocery shopping, build a master grocery shopping list and stick to it, and then buy frozen veggies so that you know that they're not going to go bad, right? All right. For cooking, the first one here is clean as you cook. Why is this important? Because then you don't have any pileup of messes. You don't have like I do to myself sometimes, where you have 2 sinks full of dishes waiting to be washed and you can't fit them all in the dishwasher. So if you will clean as you cook, which is easy to do. I typically just keep like a towel with me, and then I can just do it as I go. And the nice thing is, at the end of the night, I don't have this huge mess in my kitchen that is so overwhelming, and it's just one more thing I have to deal with after the kids have gone to bed before I can get some rest in the evening. And so I like to just do it as I go, and it's a quick win. And that way, when mealtime is over, all you have to deal with is putting away the leftovers and starting the dishwasher. Super easy. The next one for cooking is double your recipes. Okay, if you will double your recipe, then you can create meals for later. And this is a great thing to do because you can prep them in advance, you can get them wrapped up, you can get them in the freezer, and then on those days where you just don't want to cook, you forgot to plan, you forgot to pull something out, whatever the case may be, you can pull it out, you can throw it in the oven, and then you don't even have to worry about it. Dinner's going to be ready, and as soon as it heats through. The other thing I like about this one is you can also use those for easy lunch prep, and that's something that I like to do too, is I will put it into multiple containers and freeze it that way, and then I can pull them out one at a time and have different lunches already prepped and ready to go. All right, the next one is going to be grocery budget. My favorite, not. So set a per trip budget. And why per trip is because it helps your decisions to become much clearer. Okay, so break it down. Like if you go to the grocery store twice a week, instead of doing your budget weekly, do it per trip. So break that budget further into one, half of it for each trip. And that way it helps you really focus in on, do I even really have enough money to be going to the store multiple times a week? Maybe, maybe not. You can also break it down into per store budgets. Like if I know I want to go to Kroger, Tom Thumb, and Brookshire's, I can break it down into how much I want to be able to spend at each store. But it helps your decisions become a lot clearer. And I just do it on an Excel sheet. Sometimes I just do it on paper. In fact, this morning I did it on paper. It's in this same notebook as my comments for my YouTube video. All right, and the next one is stock cheap backups. So what do I mean, a cheap backup? Something you can utilize quickly in order to make a meal so that you are avoiding going to that takeout option. So I'm talking about things like noodles and spaghetti sauce, so you can make a quick spaghetti. I'm talking about rice, like a jambalaya kit or a dirty rice kit that you can make a quick meal out of. I'm talking about boxed kits like a hamburger helper. I know that I tell you not to buy a lot of those things, but having a few of them on hand is not a bad idea in order to have the quick win of I still cooked at home, I didn't do takeout, and I made everything happen, okay? And I do that. I keep a little bit of hamburger helper, Zatarain's jambalaya. I keep plenty of spaghetti sauce and noodles on hand, gnocchi. I keep quick options that I can turn into a fast meal on nights. Like my biggest thing is I forget to lay something down, okay? By the time I get home, it's like really close to dinner time. I don't want to have to try to thaw something out a different way, like in the microwave or anything. And so having some of those quick options helps me have a quick win instead of a loss by going to a takeout option. All right, the last one we're going to talk about is kitchen comfort. So this is something I don't give a lot of credit to, but you have to be comfortable in your space in order to work effectively in your space. And so the first one is clear a counter for your cooking space. So this means I'm only going to allow things I'm only going to allow things to live there that I use when I am cooking. So like my cooking utensils, my scale, my salt and pepper shakers, a bottle of oil. Whatever it is that I am routinely using when I am cooking, that's what's going to live in that space. Nothing else. My air fryer is not going to sit there. My KitchenAid mixer is not going to sit there. My toaster is not going to sit there. My coffee maker is not going to sit there. This is my workspace for cooking. And it does help to have a dedicated space for that, and a space that you can keep clean, and you don't have to worry about like if the kids got germs all over it in my house, or paint or anything else, because you know, okay, this is just a cooking space. Okay. And the next one is learn to habit pair. So, what is habit pairing? That's pairing one thing that you're doing with another thing you're doing, so they connect in your brain. And so, when you do one, you kind of want to do the other, right? And so, set a certain podcast that you listen to when you're cooking, okay? That maybe you don't listen to when you're doing other things. Or make a playlist that you listen to while you're cooking. And so, your brain will connect over time that activity with being in the kitchen. Okay, that's kind of the goal of that habit pairing activity. And so for me, I like to light a candle usually when I'm in the kitchen. Some days I'm too rushed to do that, but I do like to put on YouTube. I like to go to my subscriptions, and there are certain ones that I like to play while I'm in the kitchen. And so I enjoy that, and my brain looks forward to that. And then it's funny because when I hear certain people outside of when I'm in the kitchen, my brain's automatically like thinking about cooking, or thinking about meal planning, or thinking about grocery shopping, because it hears what I'm normally hearing when I'm in the kitchen. So it has habit paired, right? Okay, so if you will do those 10 quick things, those 10 quick wins, like I said, it's going to help you make you feel better. It's going to help you feel like you're making progress. It's going to help you stay positive. And so I hope you will drop a comment and let me know what your favorite quick win is. And it can be with any of those categories: meal plan, grocery shopping, cooking, grocery budget, kitchen comfort. Give us your quick wins that then we can take and we can implement in our kitchens. All right. And I will tell you probably my favorite one off of this list, and you probably won't be surprised by it, is doubling recipes. Okay, I really enjoy doing that, and it's something I need to make more space for in my freezer because I'm out of space, to be able to bulk prep things and then put them in the freezer, and then I have them for a rainy day. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.